What it do, people? You know what it is, and you know what it sounds like. NBA picking with Pop, right here on Popovich TV. Let's go.
When the chicken, then the money line clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one popovism. Coupe gray, got the fire badge lit up. Hit the band line in the air, throwing signals. When the chicken, then the money line clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one popovism. Coupe gray, got the fire badge lit up. Hit the band lines in the air, throwing signals.
1,000 on the table, 100,000 in the bank account. I'm trying to get rich. Who else in the building trying to break the house? What it do, people? Welcome back to another edition of NBA Picking with Pop. I am your host, Popovich. Yeah, kid, that feeling back up in here. One more again. Happy Friday, folks. Best day, blessed day. We woke up, energy is on 1,000, 100, trillion, and we feeling good and highly favored, as you should. Crazy slate today in the NBA. All 30 teams is playing 15 games on the card. But before we do that, what we're going to do is a quick recap, as we always do. Quick recap. Yesterday, 6 games on the slate. We went 5-1. You know what I'm saying? We had a great day. We didn't do as great as JaY. JaY went 6-0. He had a hell of a day yesterday as well. Trying to keep the momentum rolling, trying to keep that good spirit moving forward. In the last couple of days, we definitely been seeing the board well, getting our spots right. So yesterday we went 5-1. Day before that we went 5-2, and the day before that we went 9-1. So we definitely trying to continue to see the board, well. But the season is coming down to an end. It's the last 2 days. Today is Friday. No games tomorrow, which I'm happy. I'll talk about that in a minute. And then Sunday is the last day, and then it's playoffs. Don't talk to me about playoffs. I just hope that we can win a game, and then another game, right? Yesterday, as I said, 5-1. We gave out 3 locks. We went 3-0. We had the Toronto Raptors, we had the Indiana Pacers, and we had the LA Lakers. The Toronto Raptors was the play of the day. That was the play of the day yesterday. It was a good spot to me because they own, the Miami Heat. And so we was on Toronto. The only loss that we had yesterday was the Philadelphia 76ers. Didn't know Joel Embiid had a appendectomy and that he would be out. The spread went from 3.5 to 6. Somebody got 6.5. And they fought back hard. They tried to make a strange, strong comeback. And the last I checked, it was 102-107. And then Houston Rockets scored the next 6 points, and they lost by 11. The other game, my New York Knicks, as you can see, we rocking the colors today. We got the jersey, etc. on. We strong with the New York Knicks. I'm happy the Knicks won. It was a good win, not an impressive win. Jaylen Brown didn't play. We know that he's Boston Batman this year, MVP, you know what I mean? Although he may not win it, he is their best player this year. Two-way play, etc. Him in the lineup, the Knicks would have easily lost, in my opinion. And Knicks probably wouldn't even have been favored. It might have been underdogs by 2.5 points. Nonetheless, I'm happy. My overall record, y'all know I like to be transparent. My overall record, and this is going to be a little longer show than normal because it's 15 games. We are now 640, 534. You know what I mean? 106 games above 500. That's great. You know what I mean? Considering all of the games. As far as the play of the day, we are now 79, 82, and 1. So we still 3 games under 500, and that's not the greatest, obviously. But it ain't that bad either, considering where we was at. And then when you consider the locks, not from Yonkers, but the locks that get you and me, the winner, right? Chicken dinners. We are 308, 270, and 2. So we are 38 games above 500, which is phenomenal. The locks, the play of the day is included in that for those wondering. Anyway, that's yesterday. Ain't nothing we could do about yesterday. Only thing we could do is try to do better today. With that being said, first game up, we got the Miami Heat out on the road at the Washington Wizards. Washington Wizards is getting, and I'm looking at the CBS Sports app, 15 and a half. I'm on Miami. They can't move up or down. They're stuck at number 10 in the East. When the East is in the house, oh my God, like they're stuck there. They're gonna have to play Charlotte or Philly or the Magic. Who knows, right? Any one of them teams they could face. I think they would want to face the Charlotte Hornets, although Hornets is playing good, but they kind of own the Hornets. So I think they would want to play the Hornets. But I'm on Miami. Next game up. This one should be a good one, but the way they got the spread, I don't know. Next game up, we got the Detroit Pistons out on the road at the Charlotte Hornets. Charlotte Hornets is giving 5.5. These two teams played already. I think this is the third matchup. It could be the fourth matchup, but I know Detroit has won the last two games, and then it was the brawl game where Isaiah Stewart and Doran got suspended and all that type of mess. Detroit be bringing that intensive energy, and they try to be the bullies on the block. They did bully Charlotte. I think Charlotte got. Let's check it out because we ain't in a rush. We ain't in a rush. I mean, we are, but we not. No, let's do it this way. It's easier this way. Let's do it this way. Last 5 matchups, Detroit Pistons versus the Charlotte Hornets. Let's do it this way. Head to head. Here we go right here. So, Pistons is on a 4-game win streak against them. Beat them 110-104. I think that was the brawl game. Prior to that, beat them 112-86. Then they beat them last year, February, 112-102. And then they beat them 98-94. So Charlotte never really had a chance. Obviously, now they're playing way better than they ever played, than I ever seen them play, right? Larry Johnson, before he came to the Knicks and all that, obviously that's yesteryear. I don't know why they favored 5.5. Detroit does have the number 1 seed locked up, so I could say, all right, well, maybe they ain't going to play their players. But then when you look at RotoWire, they are playing, but maybe just for the first quarter, maybe just for the first half. And all of that, we trying to get 60 wins is out the window because you want to, keep your health and protect that number 1 seed. Cunningham, though, first game back, last game, still probably got to get some rhythm, although you might could get that in practice, but it's not like an NBA game. I see them playing their players up until the half, and then something happens. So I'm on Charlotte, although I do have cause for pause, but I'm still going to take Charlotte. I think they get the revenge, and I think they cover the spread. We'll see how that turns out. Next game up, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland rocks. Cleveland rocks. Cleveland rocks out on the road at Atlanta. Atlanta's giving 7.5. We did see these two teams play maybe like 2 games ago. Cleveland got the better of that matchup. We're going to go look right now. And again, I don't want the show to be long, but we're going to do what we got to do. Cleveland won by 6, 122-116 at Cleveland. Now they at Atlanta. Cleveland is resting some players. They are resting some players. Donovan Mitchell being one. Jared Allen being another one. Sam Herschel, or whatever his name is, Merrill, right? He's not going to play. And who else? Tyson. So I'm on Atlanta for the revenge game anyway. But now the only reason why today is going to be tricky, I won't say hard, but tricky, is because the NBA is going to do the roster manipulation. Certain teams is locked in. Certain teams going to rest players, and even though they're giving the spreads, what do we say on the channel? What do we preach and practice on the channel? Just because one of the best players or two of the players is out doesn't mean that it's a slam dunk easy victory for the other team. We've seen that. Also, on the flip side, is when one of the best players come back, that it just automatically means, oh, Steph Curry's back tonight, they're going to win. No, that it doesn't mean that. You still have to tread lightly. So that's the only reason why I'm giving all these, what ifs and possible scenarios. But even with that being said, I'm on Atlanta minus that 7.5. Next game up. Next game up. We got the New Orleans Pelicans out on the road at the Boston Celtics. Boston Celtics is coming off the loss to the Knicks, and they're giving 16.5. I'm on the Celtics. I was, on the Knicks yesterday with a trepidation because Jaylen Brown wasn't playing. Knicks barely pulled it off. Josh Hart hit 2 threes, and he had the best game of his life in the fourth quarter. And you see I got the New York Knicks on, but I'm not a fanboy. I don't just go with the Knicks just to go with them. I go against the Knicks a lot of times. It'd be burning me, but I don't think the Knicks is that good. But I do rep because I'm from New York. I did take the Knicks yesterday, and again, they barely covered because Josh Hart hit 2 threes in like the last minute, and they end up winning by 6. The spread was 3.5, and then I think it went up to 5. Anyway, no Jason Tatum tonight. Jaylen Brown may not play tonight. Got the tendonitis and what have you. He is in the lineup, but he in the gray area. But nonetheless, the Pelicans, they ain't playing nobody. Kevon Looney, Derek Queen, Jordan Poole, everybody else out. The players that I like is out. Herbert, Zion, Murray, Murphy, Shea Bay, like those are their best players. So I'm on Boston. I think even without Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, they could cover the spread. So that's who I'm on. Next game up, we got the Philadelphia 76ers out on the road at Indiana Pacers. Indiana Pacers getting 15.5. The one loss we had yesterday was the Philadelphia 76ers. I thought they could keep it close. Didn't know Joel Embiid was getting a fucking appendectomy. And I had my appendix removed too, so I know how it is. Almost died. Keep it at a buck. That's one of the times that I almost died. Almost died a few times. You know what I'm saying? All praises due to the Most High on this Friday, best day, blessed day. You know what I'm saying? Hit by a car twice, shot at point blank range. You know what I mean? Appendix almost erupting, and then all the poison get out. So when I got to the hospital within 1 hour, I was, going into surgery, being prepped to be in surgery, saved my life. And then I stayed in the hospital for 10 days. Stayed in the hospital for 10 long days. I'm live on Pop Up TV right now. I'm 10 long days. You know what I'm saying? And I got hit by a car last year, almost got killed. And then I got hit by a car before that. So all praises due. I said all that to say, I don't think he'll be walking back through that door within the next 10 days, 2 weeks. You know what I mean? It's probably going to be 2 weeks. And I don't think they have 2 weeks for the playoffs because they got to play in an in-season game. With that being said, I'm on the Pacers today. I know Pacers Hulk smashed Brooklyn yesterday, and that's an easy win for them because Brooklyn, if you've seen some of them highlights, you know this shit scripted and read. The way they was passing the ball, Brooklyn that is. Brooklyn! The way they just was turning the ball over, you could tell they wasn't trying to win. So basically, Pacers had an easy game. Philly had a tough game because you're losing, you're exerting all that energy to come back, still lose by 11, but in the final 2 minutes, you was in striking distance, and so you played hard. You played your heart out. You're going to have to play your heart out again today. It's the Indiana last game at home. I think Philly will win, but I'm on Indiana with the 15.5. And once again, I didn't want to make this video mad long, but this is, so happy NBA is about to be over the season wise. Next game up, we got the Toronto Raptors out on the road at my New York Knicks. And y'all know what we about to do, even though we ain't making the show long. It's New York in the house. It's Brooklyn in the house. Uptown in the house. Like, Shaolin, are you in the house? Japan, are you in the house? Sacramento, are you in the house? Baby, baby, come on. Baby, come on. Baby, come on. New York Knicks. We was on them yesterday. A little shaky, a little nervous, as I just said. Josh Hart, 2 threes in the last minute, and the New York Knicks barely covered by the skin of their teeth, which the skin has no teeth, right? I mean, the teeth has no skin. Toronto Raptors had a easy game against the Miami Heat because they own them. Last night when I was doing my studying, I was on the Toronto Raptors. You know what I mean? I was. And the Knicks might burn me today wearing this the shirt and being funny and all that, repping my team. But you got to prove it to me. Same way, the Miami and the other, who was the other team? It was, I said I was on them because they got to prove it. You forget what game I was mentioning. But you gotta prove it that you can beat a team that continuously beat you and beat you and beat you. And yeah, the Knicks is kind of technically stuck into their position when you do a little more research and you're not tired from last night, which I was studying up late last night. I often study at night so that I could just do my show in the daytime and then do what I got to do. Studying takes a little while for me, by the way, for those that be rocking with the channel. I don't just get on here and pick games. Anybody could do that. I actually handicap the games. In order to do that, you got to study. The Knicks, they can't really fall, but they can. Obviously, we know Cleveland probably not going to rest their players, but who's to say Cleveland can't win with James Harden and the rest of the players? Who's to say that, right? Knicks going to play. They don't got nobody on the injury report except Robinson Mitchell. He's the defensive factor. And even though it was a tough game last night, the Knicks got their number. So I can't, in good faith, jump on here, take Toronto, who they got to travel, come to New York, and all that. Knicks is at home. They went back home feeling good, feeling like they did something even without Jaylen Brown. And now they got a team coming into their house that they dominate the last 16 games. There's no way in hell I could get on here and say, yeah, take Toronto, and they ain't beat the Knicks in 16 tries. And I don't think they're going to beat them tonight. I think the Knicks going to win again. Next game up, we got the Orlando Magic out on the road at the Chicago Bulls. Chicago Bulls is getting 15 and a half. Magic got the rest advantage. They didn't play yesterday. Bulls did play yesterday. They beat up on the Washington Wizards. Last time we seen Orlando win, they've been winning 4 in a row. Beat the Mavericks, Pelicans, Pistons, and the Timberwolves. Timberwolves dealing with, what they dealing with. But the Pistons win was a good win. Got to give them that. They are in the playing game regardless. I don't think they can move up because they don't have the tiebreaker against the Raptors or Atlanta. But they can stay in 7th in case Philly wins today. And I think Philly will win. They can't afford to lose. But now when you're talking about 15 and a half on the road, this is the Bulls' last home game. Saxon is playing, a couple of other players, not their best players, but I think the Magic will win. I don't think they're going to cover that 15 and a half. I could be wrong, but I'm on Chicago in this one. Magic, I'm on Chicago. I'm on Chicago. Next game up, we got the Brooklyn Nets out on the road at the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee is giving Brooklyn 10. The spreaders keep going up. 10 and a half. I'm on Milwaukee. This is Milwaukee's last home game. The next game they at is at Philly. Philly probably will win that game. The last game of the season. The Nets ain't trying to win no more. After I seen some of them highlights on ESPN with the Nets play, it's funny. It's like some Benny Hill if you're old enough. Like the way they was just going. If you was to put that music in the background and speed up the clips, The way they was fumbling, airballing it, trying to pass, but turning the ball over, playing absolutely no defense. There's no way in good faith that I could take the Brooklyn Nets. So I'm on the Bucks. Next game up. Jay, you missed this game. I watched the show today. Next game up is the Dallas Mavericks out on the road at the San Antonio Spurs. Spurs is giving the Dallas Mavericks 18 and a half. And we now know that the Spurs can go no higher than 2. They're not going no lower than 2. They stuck right where they at. Number 2. Dallas ain't going nowhere either. Only thing they doing right now is playing for Cooper Flag to try to get him the Rookie of the Year over Con Knuppel from the Charlotte Hornets, which I don't think he's going to get because the Hornets is in the playoffs. Playoffs? Don't talk to me about playoffs. And Dallas Mavericks are not. Who's the better player? I think Cooper Flag may have slightly the better numbers, but who's winning? Yeah. Who's eating W's? That would be the Charlotte Hornets. But with that being said, Victor Wembanyama is questionable. I think he is going to play. We'll get to that 1 second. Stephon Castle is questionable. He might play, and they all might play for some of the game because they can't win anything. Victor Wembanyama is absolutely going to play today, in my opinion, although he's in the gray, and this is why. He came out and said, I'm the MVP. Like, I'm number one. Like, number one, one. And this is why. Then he gave his reasons. Y'all familiar with that. You can't be number one and even be considered for the MVP unless you play in today's game or in the final game of the season, which is the Denver Nuggets, team that can't really do anything either. But you might see them in the playoffs in the second round. So why show them what you possibly could do? Why go play 20 minutes against them when you're going to definitely see them? You're not going to see the Dallas Mavericks because they're out of here. I think he plays tonight. I think he plays the mandatory required 20 minutes and then he sit down. And with that being said, I'm on the Dallas Mavericks. I think Spurs will win. I do not think they're going to cover 18 and a half points today. I just don't. I don't. Next game up, speaking of the Denver Nuggets, we got the OKC Thunder out on the road at the Denver Nuggets. And Denver is given 11 and a half. And this spread keeps rising to the top. Keep rising to the top. Well, my mom say, give it all you got, give it all you got. OKC is sitting their players. When you look at RotoWire, Hollistein out. Home check out. Wallace out. Both J-Dubs out. And obviously the MVP of last year, Essay, he's out. Right? Caruso, he's out. Still got Lou Dort. Still got Jared McCain, who came from Philly. He's nice. Still got Andrew Wiggins, three-point sniper. He's nice. Denver, they got all their players questionable as well. Murray, Brown, Johnson, Aaron Gordon, and the Joker. And then when you go look at the standings, which I'm going to do now. Sorry this video is long, but it is what it is. I'm so happy the season is winding down. Nuggets is basically stuck at 3. Lakers could win their last 2 games. Denver could lose their last 2 games. I don't think they're going to lose today. And I don't think they're going to play the Spurs their last game. Maybe they'll forfeit today and then play the Spurs last game. Who knows? But I'm on OKC with the 11 and a half. Even if Denver plays, I don't think they're going to play the whole game. And as I said earlier in this video, it's going to be a lot of, so I was telling my nigga Gray, today and Sunday, you can find winners, but it's going to be extremely hard because of all this bubblegum shit that some of these teams going to play. You're going to be like, damn, Denver giving 11? Oh, Joker not playing. Murray not playing. And now the spread goes down to 5, but you took OKC with 11. Or you took Denver minus 11, and now you're mad. So if you like the spreads, bet them now. Should have bet them last night. Spreads is changing. I'm on OKC, though. Next game up. Next game up, we got 5 more guys. We got the Minnesota Timberwolves out on the road at Houston Rockets. Houston Rockets is giving Minnesota 10 and a half. Minnesota is resting their players as well. Look like Edwards is questionable. I don't know if he's going to play or not. It looked like The people who are already out though is Julius Randle, Joe Ingles, Holland, and Gobert. They definitely out. Could Edwards come back to get some rhythm? You know what I'm saying? Maybe. They're not in the play-in. They're in the 6th seed. So once Sunday ends, they're gonna have a whole week off, like all the other teams, to rest. Then start a high intensity playoff matchup. I don't know if he plays or not. But I ain't trusting. I'm not trusting Houston. I think Houston will win, but I'm not trusting them. I like Minnesota, and I'm on Minnesota. Next game up, we got the Memphis Grizzlies out on the road at the Utah Jazz. I'm on Utah. We've seen these two teams play already. It's a revenge game. Both teams is trash. I won't spend a lot of time on this one for time's sake. The Utah last game at home. They do play on the road at the Lakers, and I think Lakers may have to win that game. Who knows? So I'm on the Jazz. I won't be surprised if Memphis win, but I'm on the Jazz. Next game up, we got the LA Clippers. This should be a good game. LA Clippers out on the road at the Portland Trail Blazers, and this should be a good game because both of these teams are currently number 9 and number 10. And they're both going to have to play each other unless something drastic happens in the playing game. However, right now, no, correction. Warriors is 10. Blazers is 9. They could win, and then they'll probably could jump to 8, and then they won't have to worry about the Clippers until the second half. I think the Clippers will want to win because they're not playing each other. JaY has said that. That's why I thought that too, till looking at it now. The Clippers actually have to play the Suns if they stay in the position that they're in. And then one game and then you win. And if you're in 8, 9, and 10, then you got to play 2 games. So I don't think Portland want to play 2 games. I think they're going to fight like hell tonight to win. But if it's 1 game elimination, that's not what it is. But it's kind of like that. Then I'm going to take Ty Lue. I'm going to take Kawhi. I'm going to take that culture over the Portland culture that they want to stay where they at and not go where Portland is at. That's just what I think. So I'm on the Clippers tonight. I'm on the Clippers. 2 more games, right? Golden State Warriors, next game up, out on the road at the Sacramento Kings. Sacramento Kings is getting, how much? 11.5. I'm on Sacramento, man. I'm on Sacramento. I think Golden State will win. They kind of, stuck where they at. When you look at RotoWire, I don't like what I'm seeing. Steph is maybe in the lineup. He might not. He probable. Other players is probable. Porzingis in them. Horford is out. Santos is out. Sacramento are who they are, and we just seen these 2 teams play. I was on Sacramento. They was giving 14 at Golden State. Now you're giving 11. I think Sacramento last game, they fight hard. They should lose, but 12 and 13, I don't know about all that. I think they're going to come out and play hard. That's just what I think. Last game of the night. Finally, we made it. We got the Phoenix Suns out on the road at the LA Lakers. LA Lakers is getting 2.5 from the Phoenix Suns. We've seen these 2 teams play 3 times already. I think Phoenix has won 2-1, so this is the final matchup. Dylan Brooks and LeBron James, they don't like each other. LeBron is in the lineup for tonight because I think they still got to win just to maintain, because Houston probably is going to win tonight too. So the Lakers got to win. Devin Booker is not going to play. It looked like Jalen Green is not going to play. Jalen Green, Devin Booker. Everybody else is there. Mark Williams, Dylan Brooks, Grayson Allen, Kazepi. But Marcus Smart probably going to play. I think the Lakers win tonight. I ain't in love with it, but I think they win because they have to. And I think the league want them to stay where they at the home field advantage, over Houston Rockets. With that being said, let's get to the theme music. What's going on? Theme music playing around right now. When you live, unscripted, and uncut. Let me see what's going on with this thing here, man. I refresh. it don't play this time, we're just gonna get to it.
Yeah. Great fire.
When the chicken, then the money line clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one popavism. Coupe all gray, got the fire badge lit up. Hit the band line in the air, throwing signals. When the chicken, then the money line clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one popavism. Coupe all gray, got the fire badge lit up. Hit the band lines in the air, throwing signals.
1,000 on the table, 100,000 in the bank.
All right, now looking at this, now I knew what it was. The other game was the other game who I was saying you got to prove it to me. Even though I think Detroit gonna do some bullshit, was the Charlotte Hornets, and they haven't beaten the Pistons since last year. They all playing better, but that's why, you know, that's the team I was saying got to prove it. Anyway, here go the locks. Not from Yonkers, but the locks to get you and me the winner. Chicken dinners. It's 15 games today. I think we could get 6 right. I think we could get 6 right. Here they go. We going with Atlanta. We going with Indiana. We going with the Knicks. We going with OKC. We going with Minnesota. And the play of the day is the LA Clippers to stay in the 8th spot and not drop down to the 9th spot against the Portland Trailblazers. That's who I like. That's who I'm taking. You can let me know who you like. You can let me know who you taking. All I ask is that you hit the like button so I can stay in the algorithm. But y'all know who it is. It's your guy, Popovich. Y'all was just tuned in. NBA Picking with Pop right here on Popovich TV. Of course, we are live. We rolling. We unscripted. We authentic. That feeling back up and here one more again. Yeah, kid. Let's get some money on this Friday of the NBA. Yeah, kid.